What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Terence Crawford, Canelo Alverez. Listen, let me counterpunch something and clear something up, okay? Now, you guys know how I feel about Canelo versus Terence Crawford. I think it would be a very good fight. I think, Terence Crawford would surprise a lot of people. But understand something. I think Terence Crawford can outbox Canelo Alvarez. That being said, I do not think Errol Spence, okay, because a lot of people have been saying this, and I've seen them in the comments. I don't think Errol Spence can hit like Canelo Alvarez. I don't. I think Canelo Alvarez is bigger, therefore he hits harder. Okay, he's fighting in a different weight class. So his body is allowed to adjust to that weight limit and everything else that's acclimated when fighting at that weight. Is he fully a knockout puncher? No. Is he an overrated puncher? At times he is. Okay, but sometimes people would call him an underrated puncher. Okay, but as far as Canelo goes, Terence Crawford could outbox Canelo, but he would still have to be smart. You know what I mean? Because what happens when he gets hit with one of those bombs? Okay, so, yeah, I think Terence Crawford could outbox Canelo. I think he's just a better boxer. This is the sport that we love, that we hate so much. Boxing. Not slugging, not brawling, not fighting, not cheating, not anything else like that. Boxing. That being said, Terence Crawford could outbox Canelo, but he would have to be careful because Canelo's the bigger guy. You know. Now, the question you ask yourself, if Errol Spence fought at 160 or 168 from the advice of Floyd Mayweather, would he punch harder or just as hard? And I see what's happening. The perception is curved a bit because Terence Crawford was able to dispatch Errol Spence. Okay? Because what people do, they lose faith in losers. So they have to equate, look, Errol Spence can't hit as hard as Canelo. Well, that's fair play. And I don't think that he can. You know, but I thought he hit hard enough, saying that he would stop Canelo once upon a time. He would stop Golovkin once upon a time. You know, Errol Spence has said these things a long time ago. This is pre-rec, okay? But still, all in all, he called out these fighters, so he must have had confidence in his own ability, you know, how hard he punches. You know, and so when people see that he couldn't really put a dent in Crawford, a lot of people gave up on the idea that he was a puncher. And Errol Spence is still a puncher. But I told people he's not a knockout artist. He's a guy that just chops you down, beats you up, and breaks you down. That's what he does. Canelo Alverez is more of a guy that can hit you in one shot versus Errol Spence. So I'm not in any illusion of can Canelo hit harder than Errol Spence. That's absurd. It's in a different weight class. Of course he can. He should. He's bigger. So if anything, if Terence Crawford goes to 168 and gets chinned by Canelo Alverez, would everybody be surprised? Would we be like, no, we wouldn't? Because that's supposed to happen. But then again, AJ's supposed to knock out Alexander Usyk as well. So we have to look at this as exactly how it is. Okay? Canelo Alvarez, you know, yes, he's a dangerous puncher, but that's his weight class. Terence Crawford, if they did fight, he would have to be smart about it. I don't think he would want to get hit like the same way he got hit by Errol Spence when Errol Spence did hit him. You know? And we know he has a beard, sure, but what kind of beard do you want to have taking a punch like that from Canelo Alvarez? So, yes, I want people to understand a fight with Terence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez is very competitive, more competitive than a lot of people think. But at the same time, the weaknesses versus the strengths. The strength for Canelo is he hits a lot harder. And Terence Crawford hasn't got hit with anyone like that. Okay? From someone that big. Okay? That's the difference. Okay, so I wanted to clear this up real quick for everyone that thinks that Errol Spence hits just as hard as Canelo Alverez. Therefore, that's why I'm picking Terence Crawford to beat him. No. I don't judge one fight on another fight. That's stupid anyway. I've been preaching that for years now. Years. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think of me counterpunching this topic between Terence Crawford, Errol Spence, and Canelo Alvarez. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace!